The Township of Waterford is located in Michigan's Lower East Side between Detroit and Flint. Waterford has 715 miles of pipe, 19 production wells, 3 storage tanks, 11 treatment plants, and 63 sewer lifting stations. In 2015, Waterford decided to update their controls and automation infrastructure. PCI was awarded the project and set out to upgrade the original system. The original project specification was limited to upgrading the current command and control systems. PCI worked with Waterford and started to implement changes to the system in accordance with the project guidelines. While the project was progressing, the limitations of the aging system did not solve all of Waterford's issues, specifically MQTT, a data messaging protocol, which uses publish-subscribe messaging and allows the user to connect remote devices while using minimal bandwidth. PCI and the Waterford team reviewed several options and chose Ignition. Ignition was chosen for its ease of use, unlimited expansion, and MQTT capability. Today we're here to talk a little bit about the Waterford project that Perceptive Control recently completed, so I'm excited to get this opportunity to talk to you about it and kind of learn what went into the project.
My name is Kevin Finkler. I'm a software engineer with Perceptive Controls, and I've been with the company for over 8 years now. During that time, my main focus has been on HMI, SCADA, custom programming, manufacturing, and some energy testing.
Before we get into this specific project, I'd love for you to kind of tell us a little bit about your background, how you got started designing SCADA systems.
Well, I originally studied computer science, and I didn't really know much about SCADA until I started with Perceptive Controls. They originally hired me on to kind of work on their website and to assist other engineers with programming and scripting needs. Over time, I started getting more and more into SCADA to the point where I was designing SCADA systems from the ground up.
Can you tell me a little bit about the process that goes into engineering a SCADA package?
Yeah, when we are engineering a SCADA package, the first thing we do is try to learn as much as we can about the project that we're getting ourselves into. Try to learn how many sites there are, how many controllers that we need to connect to at each site. The biggest concern is what they actually want to do with the data once we've collected it. There will usually be some kind of control, some kind of communication back and forth. Yeah, each customer will have their own individual requirements about what they need in each system. So every system is custom tailored for the individual customer.
They probably love that.
Yes.
So when you are starting this project, how do you determine what SCADA package is best for that specific one? Is it by gathering all this information?
Every engineer has their own preferences as to which tool they would prefer to use. The biggest determining factor is what is going to meet the needs of the customer.
So let's go back to the Waterford project in particular. Can you tell me a little bit about one of the most challenging parts of this project?
One of the most challenging parts of designing the Waterford system was using the method of communication between the main SCADA server and the individual controllers. Because originally they relied on a polling scheme, which would poll each individual site one at a time to collect the data. But given that there are so many sites, it would sometimes take 3 to 4 minutes between each site to collect running status. A lift station can run completely in that 3 to 4 minutes. So sometimes the operators would miss entire cycles that had gone by. In order to solve that, we decided to use MQTT as the data transmission method. A method of communication that was faster, more efficient, and didn't rely on a polling scheme.
So could you tell me a little bit more about how important the water and wastewater automation and SCADA systems are to a municipal facility like Waterford?
Water and wastewater automation is important to municipalities because it gives them critical insight into their infrastructure and allows them to view data in a way that will help them to make decisions that will help improve their processes.
So in today's day and age, we know how important network security is. Can you tell me a little bit about how the integrated SCADA package at Waterford keeps them protected to the highest level of security?
Waterford's SCADA server is hosted on an AWS cloud server that uses a firewall which permits only specific IP addresses from connecting to the server.
So that prevents outside people from getting in.
Yes. And we also incorporate ignition support for TLS encryption and certificates of trust to establish secure connections between the gateway and each Epic controller.
Okay, so this has been great. I've been able to learn about your work that you've completed with the Waterford team and how you've built them a wonderful system that's going to function as an asset for the years to come. Last thing I'm curious about is, what was your favorite part about being involved with this project?
My favorite part about working on the Waterford project was utilizing ignition and to leverage new technology such as MQTT to facilitate the communication between the controllers and the broker on such a wide scale.
PCI, with its diversity of programming capability, was able to quickly move into implementing the ignition software and bring the Waterford project to life. The implementation of this process was accomplished without loss of service to the community at any time, making this transition smooth. Today, Waterford has better control of their system, reliable data from remote sites, and state-of-the-art alerting tools to avert potential issues. Perceptive Controls Inc. has a long history implementing controls and SCADA systems in municipal and industrial applications. We're proud to serve our communities and businesses with the highest standards. For more information, please see the Waterford project at perceptivecontrols.com.